Good morning. Good morning. My name is Trav, and here we have the Tectum core team here with us today. And our goal today, pure and simple. There's been a ton of advancement happening with Tectum, huge partnerships, huge announcements, and today we're going to dive into all of it. So let's start off with you, David. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. David is the CEO of Tectum. And yeah, I'm gonna hand the mic over to you. And where would you like to get us started today?
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's start by congratulating our founder and chairman and chief technology officer, who's going to be a proud papa of a bouncing baby boy that was just announced. So I just want to give him a shout out. I know that he's been celebrating and is pretty excited there in Dubai. So congrats to our founder. I think we have the new heir apparent of the company. That will be on his way. So, congrats, Alex. Sorry to put you on the spot.
Thank you. Oh man, you looked me up, man. I'm not gonna need the shower for a couple of days. But I think that's a good starting point. I think there's a lot of reasons right now to celebrate here at Tectum. I mean, it's just one good news after another, and of course we're always very calculated on what we drop, what we say, because we always want to under promise and over deliver. And so, being around long enough, you realize that you make mistakes by saying things early, and then everybody's like, when, where. So we announce things as we're ready to start dropping them. We're getting very close. I know that. Come on. Let me throw in some bait.
Let
me throw in some bait. Let me throw in some bait.
Let's do it, baby.
We're gonna have a contactless payment coming out like in a week. It's gonna go through testing another week. It's probably gonna hit Apple Store like in about 2.5 weeks. Contactless payment. You touch phone for phone, like you do like this. What is a phone?
How awesome is that? NFC payments, guys. NFC payments with Tectum. I mean, come on. How huge is that? That's
it's not going to be quite payments, because all we have is handovers right now, because payments will come in April, in like between March and April, when we have a Softnote pay and Softnote merchant.
Sure.
Thanks to you, David, because you've been working on the entire ISO model, but it's going to be like this.
Absolutely.
Just think about it. Think about it like this. Click, and $1 worth of Bitcoin goes from me to you, or vice versa.
Wow.
2 weeks.
Let me just highlight that.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
That's huge.
$1.
That's not here. So I guess I'm hyping. So.
That's
but you see, we're announcing it. So it realistically is within 2 weeks.
It's already done. It's just it's got to go through the hurdles. I mean,
absolutely. And what better time now that iPhone 16 is, I don't even know, it's either launched or about to launch. And
same shit as iPhone 15. Come on, baby.
Although, to kind of push back a little bit, they have their new, was it NYC chip, or the technology that kind of allows that to happen in the first place? So,
lick my balls chip.
Oh, come on, Alex. Alex has been celebrating early, as I told you. So, come on, we've got it's a family show. It's a family show. But listen, let's get on. Let's talk about an exciting new partnership with Anatoly. This is huge. We teased on it last time that we talked about the random number generator. And Alex, if you could maybe kind of elaborate on that, because it's sort of over my head.
Well, I mean, that all depends on how much everybody understands about what blockchain is, and about what private key is, and about what public key is. So normally, generally, everything is bound on one algorithm. First, software generates a pseudo random number, which is a combination of symbols
normally digits and letters, like Latin alphabet letters, like I. Well, zeros and O's are crossed out, like L and I crossed out, because you cannot have, because L and I can be mistaken with each other. Like L can be mistaken for cap I, and zero
Right.
with O. So some are removed. So overall, you got 10 from 0 to 9, and plus you got, I don't remember, David, but probably like 22, 23 out of 28 Latin characters. So 10 plus 32, let's say 42, let's say 40. So you got 40 symbols, and the various combinations of those 40 symbols, length of 32 byte, normally takes about life of the universe for the supercomputer to reverse calculate. So, I mean, life of the universe, David. I mean, I don't have time to take a shower sometimes. You know, I mean, what life of the universe you're talking about? So we're talking about impossibilities and practical impossibilities. It's not that our supercomputers cannot do that; they can do that. It's just the time is going to take it. By the time it's done, it's already irrelevant. And
I'm going to jump in here just a moment, Alex, so we don't lose people, because this is where you can lose people like me as well. I want to get us to the point, really.
That's why I don't like to talk about technicalities. That's why I warned Trev, and I said, Trev, be careful topics when you throw topics at me. I'm gonna just drive people off the wall.
It's over our heads too easy.
But I will say this. Let me simplify it, if I could.
It's not. It's a random number. It's a number which cannot be reverse calculated, basically. But
right.
And it's called Gauss. There was a scientist. His name was Gauss. He was a German Jew, as they all normally come. And he calculated the transformation formula, which basically constituted there is no such a thing as a random number.
Understood.
That's right.
And since then, everything related to blockchain became a bunch of bullshit, because anything can be reverse calculated. But there is two ways to reverse calculate things. One way is to use a formula, very complicated formula, or set of formulas, different formulas. And there is probably maybe 1,500 formulas you can use to reverse calculate. But that doesn't apply to Bitcoin private key. Bitcoin private key cannot be reverse calculated back into the public key. And what can be done, though, it can be matched, like 1 2 3, 1 3 2, 2 3 1, 3 2 1. You know what I mean? I have a language barrier, so it really messes up sometimes. Messes up with description of how things need to be done. But
I'm following.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's called it's called vectoral calculations. Vectoral 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 3 4 3 4 1 4 3 2 1, and it's a guesswork. It's called guesstimate. Guesswork. Right. And that's what it really boils down to. Gauss stated that any private or any there was no such a thing as a private key by the time he was writing this his works, and he said that any random number can be reverse calculated in its original form given unlimited resources.
Right.
Well, we in 2024, we don't have unlimited resources. So, and what's really happening right now, the world is divided into people who are on a level of intelligence, like CIA, NSA, and they have invented various things which various hardware and encryption methods, which really provide like a truly random number. It cannot be calculated. It can be only guessed. And people who just do software private key generation. And since most of the guys like me and you don't have much to steal from, nobody's gonna bother hiring a supercomputer just to steal 10 bitcoins from, or 100 bitcoins from you and me, because by the time he reverse calculates your wallet, what if you just transfer this 100 bitcoins somewhere? Oh shit.
But Alex, what does this mean? What does this mean to Chris Mine, to Tectum, to the crypto industry? What is this? What do we have that is mind blowing? Can you explain?
The only way to mitigate this is to keep changing private key.
That's right.
Understood. So we're talking about efficiency.
But right, but that means you have to transfer your Bitcoin to yet another wallet, yet another wallet, yet another wallet, yet another wallet, and this every next wallet must be your wallet, Trev.
Mm-hmm.
So, right, it must be your wallet. So basically, your wallet must change pair of keys, private and public, because you cannot change private key without changing public key, and public key is your wallet address. So if you change your wallet address, what if somebody sends you funds to previous wallet? We've taken care of all of this, and so basically we have developed a component which is going to become a part of our back office, which will give you a additional option of automatically changing your private keys every period of time set by you.
Wow. So it sounds like another level of security is how this will affect Tectum.
Well, the closest number I got, the closest date, the closest period of time I have for decrypting private key, which is it's not a private key, it's a 70-year-old technology. Chinese just published. They used the D-Wave. You know D-Wave, right?
G-Wave.
Yeah. Well, D-Wave. D like D.
Quantum computing.
Quantum computer. D-Wave. Yeah.
Got you.
They use D-Wave to decrypt some military technology private key. Well, everything boils down to private keys. So you know.
Okay.
And you need a random number to generate private key, because if you generate private key from just a number which you come up with, and the private key is regulated by a scale from 0 to 100. 0 is like 4 zeros. You set a PIN code on your phone, 4 zeros. That's a 0 security private key.
Don't tell anyone my phone code, please.
No. Oh my God!
Time to update that one, Trav.
Yeah. Change it to 1111. And and 100 is an ideal private key. Private key which is generated from ideal, perfectly 100% so-called a random number. And we are gonna release an app by the end of the year, hopefully, which is gonna be called the Sound of God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's an impressive pure power.
And it's you know why? You know why Sound of God?
You got me.
I don't know, actually.
You know what Big Bang is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Big Bang is when everything exploded, and it's 13.5 billion years old frequency, which comes at us.
Wow.
And you can catch it with your sound card from your computer. You can buy a sound card, put a little antenna foil that eat your chocolate. You wrap your antenna in the chocolate. I did it.
Wow.
You're laughing, but I've done it myself.
Hey, I mean,
you put a foil. You put a foil around it, and it receives all these frequencies very thick, like a black line, like this thick.
Wow.
So basically, when you and me want to talk shit, and you in Canada and I'm in Australia, we take 2 sound cards, okay, and we start both receiving these relictum. It's called the relictum frequency. We start receiving these relictum frequencies, and I say, hey, Trev, catch 1 hour, 3 minutes, 0.0000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000
Wow.
And every minute, you and me will receive the same set of frequencies, which can be converted to the private key, and private key can decrypt the correspondence between you. So you and me really never have to talk. We can build an empire. We can build a nuclear explosion. We can change governments. We can send each other crypto. We can do anything. And that's what they've been doing. That's what they have been doing. Because you and me really never will have to talk again.
Unreal.
All we're gonna need is a timestamp.
Understood. Okay.
You guys
Let me
know
just
that?
welcome
You
the
guys didn't know
CIA
that?
to the conversation here.
Yeah.
This is a game changer because you can see what's happening. What Alex was alluding to was the Chinese, if no one knows about this, recently released information that their researchers have developed quantum computing, and they're in the beginning phases of trying to hack private keys. And so it's a scary time right now with quantum computing. There's going to be in the future, we believe, security issues. We're already involved in security with Tectum. We're actually security based. Hey, Alex, you got to mute out, buddy. All you do is turn your camera off, but we still hear you.
Sorry.
No problem. But security wise, as a company, we kind of were built on security early on, being the fastest blockchain and the most secure blockchain, we believe. But also we have our 3FA product, which is like 2FA, except obviously, upgraded, more sophisticated. So we do operate our own app in 3FA. And so there is a security division of our company that we're launching things that we'll be testing with our own, not even testing, but offering it to our own ecosystem first. And then we will be offering it kind of a B2B to other exchanges, crypto companies, and so on. So it's kind of interesting. I never really thought of it this way until right now, that I always say that how we can help all crypto cross the retail barrier into the point of sale, but we can also help the entire industry with security, because the rest of the world is trying to figure out how to hack and break into people's wallets. That's where it's headed right now. And if we're ahead of the curve with our technology, and that came out of the partnership with Anatoly. And so at some point, we'll be able to, his English isn't so great, so we might have to record him and then have some Q&A. Maybe we'll bring him on at some point with a translator, either Alex or somebody else to translate. But it's a huge coup for the company.
No, I will not translate. I'm prejudiced. I cannot translate.
So,
it's gotta be a third party translator. Do you know who Anatoly really is? Do you guys know who Anatoly is?
I do.
All I know about him is what you've told me there, Alex. So maybe you want to give us a quick update. But before you do, if I can, Alex, sorry, apologies. I just want to quickly sum up everything that we've spoken about, because it was at a pretty high level. So I just want to make sure everyone here really understands the significance of this. So the problem that is being solved right now is that the technology is increasing at a rapid pace. Exhibit A, the Chinese have officially announced, I'm not sure exactly how this process worked, but they are working on quantum computing to actually hack into private keys. And that's scary. And if that's what we know, likely the fact their actual capabilities are quite a bit more advanced than that. And so what is being announced here today is that Tectum has recently partnered with Anatoly. And one of the best ways to counter technologies such as this that are trying to hack into our private keys is through random number generating. And what you guys are saying is the technology that Anatoly is bringing to Tectum, which will be available to Tectum community members, Tectum users, and eventually for B2B, other exchanges, etc., is a technology that approaches random number generation in a brand new way that is lightning fast, extremely efficient, and can go a tremendously long way in actually solving this problem. Does that sound like it's on point here?
That was good. That was good. Alex, realistically, I'm going to put you on a spot here, but I think you may have said it, maybe you said April, but when do you think the app would be ready for prime time, or is that too soon to ask?
Well, if we play our cards right and we distribute resources properly with your help, CEO, then
sure.
Hopefully by New Year we're gonna have at least first iteration. But do you understand how this app is gonna work? Do you really understand? It's gonna be a very simple app. It's not gonna be nothing like. It's not gonna be a complicated app. It's gonna be a simple app, which is gonna be called the Voice of God, Sound of God. Why sound? Because that relictum frequency is what's left over from a Big Bang. You see, we see it as a sound of God because that's what's left over. That's the only thing we have left over. It's absolutely chaotic, unpredictable noise. Unfortunately, for racists, it's called white noise among scientists. That's what scientists call it. They call it white noise because it's a really band of frequencies like this, and it's really thick. It's like thick, like really thick.
Extremely
and
high,
in what you do, you gotta cut out like this, and you need to have a very precise timestamp resolution to match. So what's unique about this frequency is that it's the same for the entire Earth. So if you're in Canada and I'm in Australia and we have two detectors, two sensors, and you and me have the same timestamp, and you and me have the same on paper agreement. Like, let's say you and me met in the Pacific Ocean, crap, on the yacht, and I just give you a piece of paper, and it has 0.00000000357 every minute, baby.
The timestamp you're talking about, yes.
Yeah.
But Alex, explain it. Explain it like we're all golden retrievers. Somebody wrote that once in the community. I love that. But explain this like we're 10 years old. How is this app going to work?
Oh, easy. We're gonna generate perfectly, ideally, mathematically random private keys, which are gonna be quantum proof.
Wow. Okay, so just also I just want to reiterate. So it sounds like this technology harnesses the power from the Big Bang to make this work. Is that? Am I tracking? Am I following?
I wouldn't call it the power. You mean the sound?
It's not the power. It's
frequencies.
It's noise. It's called white noise.
Understood. That's incredible. That's I'm very excited to check out this app. Just having a bit more of an understanding.
That's what white people have been producing. White noise, you know.
Hey, yeah, I make a lot of white noise. I need to turn that down, way down. Perfect, guys. Well, hey, real quick, we have one question from our audience here from Chop Suey. It says, Mark and Trav, when Softnote wallet tutorial? It is officially recorded. I've been on our UX friend department. Mark, this question is to you.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
And can you guys hear me all right? Because I'm kind of you guys are cutting out really bad for me. Okay, good.
Mark.
Yeah, me and Trav actually got together.
This question is for Mark. This question is not for me. It's for Mark.
Perfect.
Yeah, we actually, so what we did was we actually got together, me and Trav, and we put together most of the tutorial, content. But the thing is, we ran into just a few little things that we had questions about. So we've submitted that to the team. and they should be coming out soon. I know the team has put together maybe some illustrated tutorials, but it's just not going to have the charm, So I actually wanted to get together and make sure that you guys not only understand how it works, but why it works and the significance of every aspect of it. And that's the kind of tutorials we want, not just the kind that are like step 1, step 2. We wanted to really put together something that is compelling for people so they can really understand it and just sell them all over again on how awesome this opportunity is,
100%. And it was a blast making those videos too. We came at it from the approach of me being a very much noob when it comes to Softnote. And then Mark was my sensei, my guru, who guided me through the process. And I learned some stuff, and I've been using Softnote now for a couple of months here. So I'm really excited to be able to share this with you guys very, very soon. So stay tuned, team. Thank you very much for the question here. Perfect. So we have covered the new partnership with Anatoly. We covered the new developments in random number generation and your project, which will help enhance security and make it quantum hacking proof, which is mind-blowing. Will be called the Sound of God. It's going to be able to, it's going to be available for all Tectum users, and then eventually B2B exchanges, all of these incredible things. Wondering, moving forward here.
One more. Yeah, you left one off. Yeah, the NFC.
And one more for me too.
Okay, perfect. Yes, the NFC.
Well, the NFC, the contact payment. So the kind of the first iteration as we ultimately move into the NFC payment system integrated in with the Softnote and the point of sale. So it's probably about 2 weeks away, I think is fair to say. It's really done, but we're just doing some final testing on that.
It's done. We just finally worked out some kind of a form of relationship with Apple.
Amazing.
So they published our app. So I believe next iteration will be published maybe within 2-3 days. Guys will be done with testing in about a week. So if all goes well, we're gonna have it. Published and everybody who downloaded the app will automatically get updated. It will ask you update the app, and 3 weeks would be a safe way to say it.
Perfect. A safe prediction. I love it. Thank you guys so much.
Safe prediction, 3 weeks. But two is probably what I would put my bet on.
Okay.
But 3 would be a safe way to say it.
Perfect. I love it. I'm very excited. And I was wondering actually real quick, I know you're chomping at the bit here, David. I was wondering if we could take a second and really just highlight the significance of this, on how big of a feat it is to actually be able to have instant transactions that are super, basically free. Mark, maybe I'll ask you to kind of contrast this type of
don't ask Dave, ask Mark.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mark is the Softnote man.
Taking crypto to the streets.
Taking crypto.
That's what's gonna happen because when you can do this, hey, give me coffee.
Yeah,
$1.
It's awesome.
I like that. I like that one. Taking crypto. You had the other one. Taking ETFs to the street.
Well,
they're both good.
The thing is, though,
we need P2P for ETFs, David. But you are divinely right.
Yeah. So the thing is, you think what we're talking about is making Bitcoin free.
P2P is a spring of next year. Sorry for interrupting you.
And now we're making Softnotes more instant, right? Like we're just trying to, again, it's all about making it easier and easier and easier. The easier something is for people, the more it's adopted. And Mark Warlike is on there saying, what's the team's current plan for mass adoption? Mark, if you could, that's a really vague kind of vast question. Do you have anything specific you want to ask about that? Because when you talk about a current plan for mass adoption, it just encompasses everything. I mean, you're talking about every step.
It does. I could say this. The biggest, in my opinion, I mean, there's certain partnerships that we've talked about in the past that's happened in
when we were in UAE, strategic partnership. There's certain things that we're getting rolling into through pilot testing and so on that are part of little things that add up together that make it the mass adoption. But in my opinion, nothing brings us to mass adoption like building out the ISO department. And that's in my opinion, that is the most important piece. When we fast forward, you look at this company in 2 years, 3 years down the road, and we have now replaced the SWIFT system, and we are the conduit for crypto to be used at the point of sale, both online and brick and mortar retail merchants. There's no better way. Because listen, we're not reinventing the wheel. This is exactly how every bank, credit card, every payment system out there works, is through independent sales organizations. That's how you spread quickly through mass adoption by foot soldiers in the field. And so, we're talking with relatively large ISOs. Some of them are Fortune 500 companies. And then we have our own in-house department. We're inviting people in our ecosystem here that are Tectum, part of our Tectum community to come on board as well. And so, at the end of the day, I believe that we will be ISO driven, which is happening in real time right now. We've kind of landed on our director of sales. I'm just doing some vetting right now just to make sure behind the scenes that they are who they are. Just they certainly say the right stuff. We get along extremely well, and I think that's probably the right person. But I'm not going to make the official announcement until I've talked to Alex and bring them into the fold and have discussions. But we're moving fast on this thing. Integration with the Softnote, with the CRM, with their EPOS system, and then making the loud noise, utilizing some major marketing companies. Well, Alex, we can hear all your hemming and hawing there, unless that was on purpose.
I am, when I spoke at the KuCoin stage yesterday, I said that we are entering an era of private money, which is kind of like a little bit ahead of time. Maybe I said too much. Maybe for a moment, I felt that maybe I kind of shocked people, and I gave away Softnotes, and everybody's like, oh, and but the reality is that the money is called currency. Currency is the same word. What Mark Ross. You ever heard Mark Moss?
Mark Moss.
Mark Moss, we gotta get this dude over here. I like this. I love this son of a bitch. I've been listening to him for 2 weeks already. I love it.
Not Mark. For those that are listening, not our Mark Ross, but Mark Moss, Moss.
Right. There is a Mark Moss, M instead of R. So Mark
Ross 2.0.
Right.
I don't know about that.
And you know what he said? He said, you know what he says? He says, hey guys, do you understand the word currency? Electrical current, currency, flow. Money must flow.
Amps. Yes. I got you.
Yeah, amps, watts, kilowatts. Money must flow. And he just goes up from there and he develops that, and he grows this into the theory, and he becomes like a theoretician, like a scientist. He just throws like a scientific theory at me, and I'm realizing that, well, I knew all that, but anyway, if, like average person, like who really like believes in buy and sell, they don't understand any of this, and Softnote actually falls into this category perfectly, because Softnote does not fall into a security category, and well, it probably partially falls into a utility category because it provides a service, right? So, but after all said and done, it's just a transport of value.
Right. I forgot to mention that Alex was at the KuCoin stage yesterday, and there were major eyeballs. And if you noticed, I think you affected the charts quite honestly. I think there was a bit of a surge after that, the event. We haven't talked about this.
How much is it talking right now? Like $50?
I don't think you'd be on this call if it was at $50. There'd be too much celebrating to do. You'd be out. But I think the world still doesn't know what the heck we've got. I mean, we're still just a blip on a radar that we're making some noise now. But when you start talking to people, you start talking about what we can do. You had that crowd excited. I mean, you only had 7 minutes to talk. But I think that the crowd was energized and understood that there is
David,
a solution.
David, stop making me feel special. Come on,
it's not about you, man. It's about us. What we can do for this company, for the team, for the community.
It's dangerous for my.
Your fragile ego.
My fragile exploding ego and my self-centeredness is just not going to be able to handle this for too long.
No. Listen. You've been quiet for a long time behind the scenes building, and it's nice that the community is able to finally get to know the person, the mind behind it.
Actually, what's up with Russell? Like, is he back selling the used cars?
Stop! Come on. So look, let's talk about also the next biggest, greatest thing that we got coming. Do we have any juicy tidbits of anything, Alex, that you can share? I'm not trying to put you on the spot. If you don't feel ready to say anything, then that's okay. But if you feel like there's something juicy and good to bring up, go for it. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Look at that smile.
Yeah.
Just to allude what David's referring to here, guys.
I got a table at the steakhouse. I'm gonna have a fucking medium well done, medium rare steak. Yeah, that's gonna be as juicy as it's gonna get tonight.
Okay, listen. I hate to do this to people because I see it in the community. Everyone's always asking for things, and we have to be. We are first and foremost a real. We're a real company that we have to protect our IP.
I mean, humor aside, David. Sorry for interrupting you, but humor aside, did everybody clearly understand? Have you guys understood the difference between mobile app Sound of God and a back office component which replaces private keys every period of time? These are two different products.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see if I do understand it. So
hold on a second. The back office, Trev, sorry for interrupting you, but back office is just gonna be a paid feature which will give you basically a absolute quantum proof protection from reverse calculating your private keys, because it will replace your private keys, change your private keys every period of time. Amazing. You can do it every 15 minutes or you can do it every 6 months. It will have an option, and it will ask you, would you like to replace your T12 accounts, or it will would you like to replace your ERC20 accounts? Would you like to replace your private keys, Bitcoin private keys? You will have a clickable option. How many? Well, I mean, because Tectum wallet is a big wallet. You have 20, 50 currencies in there, and I don't even know how many. And you will have an option of clickable option of how many private keys would you like to replace.
Like you
said,
want
one, you want one, or you want them all?
Wow. You want them all, so you can select it. So that's the first I've heard of that. That's pretty cool. Right. And would you say that we would?
David, every private key, like Bitcoin private key, has a absolutely different algorithm calculation algorithm as a ERC20, because ERC20 is a hexadecimal principle. Bitcoin does not. Tectum does not, and they have different approaches.
Wow, so lots to take into consideration. Running complexity.
Sound. Right. The Sound of God is going to be a mobile app, which will allow you to generate a bulletproof pair of keys, private and public.
Okay.
Public key is your address. Private key is your password, right?
Right.
So it will allow you to generate pair of keys for your Bitcoin, ERC20, TRC20, BEP20, any 20 or 30 or 50 network. You want to generate that pair of keys with a guarantee that private key and the public key, public key you don't care about. It's just because it's visible to everybody.
Right.
What you care about is your private key. And that private key will be generated through random number, because private keys are generated from random numbers, and then public keys are generated from. Do you guys understand how it works?
Well, keep going. So that was good.
Private key is a hash of a random number.
Understood. Okay.
Public key is a hash of a private key.
Got you. Okay, that does make sense.
That's it.
I've heard that before from you, and I think that just clicked. But let me ask you this: once you've changed the private key in the wallet, would it ever make sense to change it again, or you just change it once and you're protected?
Great question.
Well, David, let me ask you a question in return. Why would you want to change your private key?
So that it doesn't get hacked. If you switch it with a random number.
Why do you fear that it's going to get hacked?
I don't know. I don't know enough about the quantum computing and the technology behind a random number.
Right. What we're really talking about is getting ready for the quantum proof era.
Right.
When anybody can get fucked.
Yeah.
And when that happens, the remaining question is going to be like this: how? It's not going to be when, it's not going to be if. Oh no, it's not going to be if, it's going to be when. How soon your private key is going to be reverse calculated into public key.
Okay.
But since Bitcoin private key cannot be reverse calculated into the public key, because public key is a hash of a private key. Hash
of a private key
hash function is a one-way encryption. Which means
I see. I got it. They can't once you change, they can't get to the other. It's bulletproof.
No.
That's beautiful.
It's right. But what can
wow,
be done,
I get it.
What can be done? I can take a public key, and I can take a private key into public key formula, and I can just change symbol by symbol into the private key until I get public key from a private key, and that's how I'm gonna know that I hacked the wallet.
Understood.
Wow.
Okay. I think I understand now as well. As soon as you kind of dissociate.
Now you got it. Now today, in order to reverse calculate, and reverse calculation is a absolutely senseless and useless term, because there is no such a thing as reverse calculation. It's a guesswork. That's what Bitcoin miners do. They guess.
Understood.
And what they guess under very harsh conditions and very linear vectoral calculations. We're not going to go there. And what's happening is when I calculate public key out of private key, and the public key I calculated matches the public key I'm after, let's say it has 10,000 Bitcoins on it. And the guy is dead, so nobody's gonna sue me, right? And so what I do is I put all my power into that, and I keep calculating until I get this public key out of private key. That's how I know the private key is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. So as soon as you change
the problem, there is a huge problem, Trev.
Yes.
Bitcoin private key is that long, like a horse's dick. Okay.
Alex, don't do that.
Sorry. Well, will never happen again. Pardon me. And what's happening is it has at least 40 symbols in it.
Wow, that's right. Yes, the alphabet
is
a couple letters
Y,
plus 1 to 9.
J, Z, W, V, 0, 5. The amount of time which is required to reverse guess, we cannot say to reverse calculate because it's mathematically incorrect term, David. To reverse guess public key out of private key will take more than the life of the universe.
Greater than 13 billion years.
By current computing structures. Impossible, David. It can only be done with quantum computer.
Understood. Okay, guys. This is I appreciate where this conversation is going, because now that this information is in the light when it comes to computational advancements, this is going to be a topic that's going to be very prevalent, and it's going to cause a lot of fear and concern. And the fact that there's already a solution being made by the Tectum team is absolutely incredible. Real quick, we do have a question, and then we're going to be wrapping it up in about 10 minutes here. And it's from Mark Warlike, and it says, how does Softnote improve private key security compared to traditional wallets, especially regarding encryption during minting and transfers? Now, I'll give it to you guys.
Yeah, well, first of all, Mark, Softnote is not designed to improve security. Softnote is designed to make crypto spendable.
Right.
But since you mentioned, we are going to add a private key replacement, which basically is going to replace your private key every 10 minutes.
Wow.
The closest speculations, you guys, we all understand what speculations, right? Hypothetical speculations of a private key decryption if shit hits the fan by 2026, 2027, private keys will be decrypted in about 6 months.
Wow.
By 2027, by 2030, the problem is interface. You see, a quantum computer is not a computer. You understand that it's not a computer. It's a CPU.
Mm-hmm.
Every CPU needs operating memory.
Mm.
Well, what's the point of you calculating things at the speed of light if you have nowhere to put it?
Makes a ton of sense.
There is no interface. That's what D-Wave has been stumbling over, and every one of them has been stumbling over. They learn how to calculate things, but they don't know where to store it because there is no interface.
Understood.
As soon as they figure this out, and it's probably going to be optical RAM, optical operating memory, the speed, velocity of reverse calculation, which is guesswork. We all understand that, right? Guesswork. Guess. Yes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 2.
We got it.
3, 1.
Keep going.
Trial and error.
There is no such a thing as a reverse calculation because private key mathematically cannot be reverse calculated into the public key. There is no formula.
It's just guessing. Yeah.
There is no formula. There is only a formula to calculate public key out of private key. but you cannot calculate it backwards.
Understood.
So they're going to go to this optical.
Because at the end there's like a 4 symbols added at the end. You know what I mean? Like for example, for example, public key should be like 32 byte, right? Well, formula creates a 26 byte number, and then 6 symbols are added, pulled out of the ear.
Okay, and that's for the random number generating.
You are thinking in the right direction.
But it sounds like you're adding this to the Softnote, where the password, the private key is constantly changing.
Well, I mean, as we normally do a bunch of maniacs, we decided to take it all away. So we're gonna hire. Well, we hired. The contract is signed. The guys on the board. Anatoly. His last name is Klepov. Klepov. He's the guy who sold encrypted phone to Sharon Stone 15 years ago for $1.2 million.
Wow!
Using his technology.
Decent credentials there. Wow!
He sold her 2 phones.
Wow.
So it's not like he was a salesman. He was literally the inventor of it. And the guy, this was an incredible find for us. It was
do you know that he is certified by NSA and by South Korean intelligence?
Wow.
Nope,
I did not know that.
Unreal guy.
2-3 days from now, you can go on our webpage, our Tectum Softnote team page, and when you click on his profile, you will be able to download all the certificates. You will see that.
I look forward to that very much. Awesome, guys.
Nice.
We have about 5 minutes left of the stream here today. I've got one more question, but before I drop that to you guys, it could be a fun way to end the stream here. I just want to quickly try one more time and just summarize all of the updates that have been shared with us today. So first things first, we have I keep on forgetting the
Trev, I was asked a question. This is a vape, no marijuana. I don't smoke marijuana. This is a vape.
It's a vape. Okay. Let me.
It's a vape. So I want to make sure I want to make it clear.
Perfect. Appreciate that. That's your reputation is intact. Well played, my friend.
Thank you.
So we have the transfer of the funds from iPhone to iPhone. That's going to be dropping 2, potentially 3 weeks from now. We've got the partnership with Anatoly for the random number generating, which will
replace Anatoly with Klepov.
Okay. Yes. Sorry,
Anatoly is his first. Anatoly is his first name. Klepov.
Okay.
You can Google him by name Klepov, not Anatoly. Anatoly is his first name. It's like looking for Trev on the internet.
Millions, if not billions. Perfect. Okay. So the partnership with Klepov, which will allow Tectum to create 2 new products. We've got the Sound of God, which will allow random number generating and private key swap.
Pair of keys.
That's right. Private and public.
Private, public. And perfect. Now you have your Bitcoin wallet. Now you have your Ethereum wallet. Now you have your Tron wallet. Now you have your Solana wallet. Any wallet.
All these different things. It's incredible. And then there'll be the integration with Softnote, which you can set dates and times for when you want the private key to be changed. If that sounds about
right.
Different.
That's different application. That's inside of our back office. That's different.
Back office.
2 different products. Two different products.
Perfect. Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much for that. So that's going to be.
I'm going to add something.
Please.
Because I think you've covered pretty much everything that we've. Unless you had something else you were going to add to that. But did you have anything else you were going to add?
I'm trying to think here. I think that the last one alludes to the question, but I'll hold off on that for a second here. So go ahead there, David.
Yeah. So we have been kind of polishing up, let's say, Tectum Labs, and I think we've got some exciting ideas and energy behind what we're going to be doing with Tectum Labs. So keep in mind the blockchain, Tectum blockchain goes public by the end of December, right into
2025. And so we have a lot of crypto projects that want to be a part of what we're doing. You know, they fortunately, like if you're going to build a crypto project, wouldn't you want to be on the fastest blockchain that right now is probably a crypto darling, is getting a lot of attention. So I think a lot of crypto projects are knocking on our door. They want to be a part of it. We're going to make it really exciting through Tectum Labs. We're going to have at some point, I'm kind of making an early announcement, but we're talking about inviting those to our conference that we're going to be having. We're going to have a kind of a side conference within a major crypto conference, and we'll be announcing that. And it'll be, you know, kind of like a panel. We'll be watching and listening to the different projects that are coming, you know, that are being presented, and we'll have an audience, kind of like America's Got Talent kind of thing. And it's going to be an exciting thing. We're going to offer grants.
Accelerator. And David.
Yes, sir. Yes,
my
brother.
My hero David said, Alex, let me lead this thing.
That's incredible. I'm excited to check that out. Hopefully we can stream that, because I'd love to watch it, because I'm definitely stuck in Canada.
Oh yeah, Trav. That not only stream it, you gotta come join us at the conference. Stream it right there live with us.
I would absolutely love to. Let's definitely keep chatting about
You're
that.
invited, brother. You'll be walking around the mic. You'll be the host. You're the host of the event. There you go. Done. Done. Awesome.
Perfect.
Awesome.
I'm going to finish this up here with one little question, and I'm not sure if we can answer yet, but I think it's important to pop it up here, because this speaks to an announcement that we made in our previous stream when you guys announced that you're going to be partnering with a mystery country in regards to launching.
No comments.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm so superstitious. I just got this 7-page contract and been working on for 2 days, and country is not going to be announced. Hopefully, cryptic country is going to be hopefully, praise God, will be announced next AMA. I mean,
okay, that's news. That's news to me.
David. I mean, these guys want to know every detail.
Of course they do. It's a lot of money. It's a lot, guys. It is a lot of money. Let's just put it that way. So, absolutely, I would too. So, you know, we've got nothing to hide. We're an open page to them, and so I know it's been moving along, but I haven't heard those words, and that is not a commitment that we're saying it next week. But there's obviously a chance, and that's incredible news. It gives me a lot of hope. So that's really, really good to hear. Awesome. Love that. Let's go out on that note.
Yeah. It's you know, been meeting with these guys like every other day, and we've been talking, and adjustments being made to the agreement, and counter adjustments being made, and tonight I'm meeting up with them again. By the way. Maybe we'll sign up. Maybe we'll sign up tonight.
Hey,
God bless, man. My phone will be open all night, brother. If that happens, I want you to call me, screaming in my ear.
You will be the first one to hear from me.
Yes.
Awesome.
Brother.
Mark,
that's
I want to check in with you, my friend. Let's hear from you.
Well, I mean, everything we're hearing right now is just this evolution, this development, and this is what we want. I mean, the guy asked a great question. What are we doing about mass adoption? This is what we're doing. And it's just step by step. Nothing good comes easy. And we're just getting it out there. The team's working hard. I'm really proud of everybody. And I'm just excited in the future. You know, it's just a matter of time. And when we can make Bitcoin free and instant to merchants are going to get excited. Bitcoin enthusiasts are going to get excited. And then people that don't even know what Bitcoin really is are going to start realizing what it is, right? Yeah. I can see the Softnote transcending Bitcoin, because right now Bitcoin is this great store of value that people are excited about. It introduces people to blockchain. But then you can transcend that by making it what it was meant to be in the first place, a currency. It was meant to be spent. It was meant to be used. And that's what changes the game in crypto. You don't see this happening anywhere else, do you? I mean, where else do you see what Tectum is doing? You just don't see it. And to me, as I keep reiterating, and some of you guys that catch every AMA, you're going to get sick of hearing it maybe, but I never get sick of saying it. And that is that we're here to complement the industry. We're here to make crypto work, right? We're here to make not just Bitcoin, but most importantly Bitcoin, right? Because like I said, it's King Daddy. But we're also here to enable crypto to cross the retail boundary so that people can say, wow, I could do that. I could actually do that. Right now, if you tell someone, go spend Bitcoin, they're going to be like, where? Why? How? You introduce them the Softnote, you get them a Softnote wallet, you get them Softnote Pay, and you start making it free and instant, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I like this. This is cool. That's what this is about. And I think the industry, the largest, the biggest impact are the ones who enable and complement. We're not trying to compete. We're trying to enable, right? And that's the difference here.
I love it, Mark. I was just about to say, like you said so eloquently in previous conversations together, you are not here to compete. You are here to enhance and to enable. And that's one of the first things that actually drew me to Tectum here. So, gentlemen, I just want to thank you guys so much for your time. It's been an awesome space. I learned a ton. I know our community, you were able to answer a ton of their questions, drop a whole bunch of new announcements, and then we've got some teasers for next week for our next conversation together. So I just want to also thank everyone who tuned in today. We have almost 700 people watching our stream right now.
Whoa, nice.
Thank you guys so much for being here. If it wasn't for you, Tectum would be nothing. So it's your support that's keeping the Tectum team moving forward here. So thank you guys so much. And I'll leave it at that, friends. Appreciate you guys. Alex, David, Mark, thank you guys so much for this awesome conversation, and congrats on all the developments, guys. Definitely keep us posted on
awesome
updates you guys have.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh yeah. Stay tuned in the community. You guys know I drip on you, so just keep a watch out for some good stuff. Awesome.
We all got your back, but especially David. He's there for it. For sure.
I got you, David. At David Track, you can reach me. I might be a little slow getting back to you. I'm hit up a lot, but I get back to everybody eventually. So if you need me, I'm there.
Hey, man, guy. I can see why.
Say that one more time.
I said
say that one more time.
You good looking boy.
Yeah. You know what? It's this lighting that I've got now. My phone.
Yeah. That farmer show is gonna go next time, but otherwise you're.
This is a Robert Graham 150, my brother. Robert Graham, go get yourself one. I don't know why you don't like it. Well, let's do a poll in the community if you like it or not.
Those stripes, you know. I mean,
they're distracting.
I love it, guys.
All right, guys. We'll do a fashion show next Tuesday.
Definitely drop.
All right, Trav. Thank you so much, man.
Awesome. I'll try to get maybe a $4 shirt next time instead of a $3 one, and we'll be all right. Excellent. Friends, thank you guys so much. Amazing call. Thank you, audience. All of you guys. We appreciate every single one of you. Have a wonderful day.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you. Take care. Bye-bye.